Hi everyone, I am Shweta here and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss a very special topic. You would enjoy discussing it with a doctor. So we have Dr. Tina Pramanik, who is also a member of India Authors Academy. She recently published her book, Renewed Vows, which is a relationship workbook to find love in marriage again. So we will discuss about this with Dr. Tina. Tina, welcome to our show today. Thank you so much for joining in. I know that you're
Thank
a
you, ma'am.
doctor. You could be called, instantly, and emergencies can happen. She is a gynecologist, people, and she's also an IVF specialist. So thank you so much, Tina, for making to the session.
Pleasure is mine, ma'am.
So tell us more about your work, since how long you've been doing, and yes, about you as a
I'm
person.
actually I'm in gynecology I'm OBGYN profession. I'm since 4 to 5 years, ma'am, now. And recently I have been do I have done fellowship in infertility. So I'm practicing infertility since around 1.5 years now. And I'm a laparoscopic surgeon as well. So matlab, how the day passes, I really don't know. Matlab.
I know, डॉक्टर्स मतलब कि कहाँ दिन निकलेगा और कहाँ खत्म होगा पता नहीं लगेगा.
And most importantly, it is very unpredictable.
Yes.
Usually what happens is that if we mentally know that yes, we have to work 12 hours, rest 12 hours we have in hand,
Hmm.
so it is okay, we are mentally prepared, we our efficiency is better, we matlab productivity is better. But in my profession it is very unpredictable, very
True.
unpredictable.
Very
So
true.
that mental preparation has to be changed within few minutes also. So that is the most challenging thing actually.
I agree. And why a book? I mean, you have you have so many things in hand, and still you decided to write a book and complete it. How long did it take for you to write
It
this?
took me 3 months. Matlab, as per your schedule, I was just sticking to your schedule, and I completed my book and I published my book. I completed my book within 1 month actually,
Yes.
and it didn't took much time for me because I was fresher. I got to know a lot of things new, but I was able to publish it within 3 months, ma'am.
Wow. Wow. So why a book? I'm curious. Why a book?
Yes, in my book, I have included a segment also, frequently asked questions. So this is the most common question I get: why to write this book?
Hmm.
Actually, ma'am, I since childhood loved writing my diary. I loved writing diary. Matlab, I also loved reading books. Always, matlab, while traveling, I cannot travel without a book. मतलब it gives me खाली time तो चलता ही नहीं है मतलब कुछ ना कुछ I
Hmm.
want to read. It was like that. And also I loved writing my diary. In between, I went through a mental exhaustive phase actually in my personal life also and in my academic life also. So in that part of my life, writing my diary was the most therapeutic thing I had. Matlab, it was more like a counseling I was giving to my own self.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yes,
agree.
and writing. I always wanted to write a book, but it was for a retirement plan. I had preserved it for the retirement. But
Okay.
while I was practicing infertility, many of my patients came into the clinic, and over the time, I realized that the patients, the couples, the young couples, they started blaming each other for some or the
Hmm.
other reason.
Hmm.
That इसमें fault है क्या, उसमें fault है क्या, मेरे में तो नहीं है ना. These kind of allegations and
Yeah.
coming, and in both of them na, in the chemistry between the husband and wife came the in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law,
True.
relatives, and every societal problems.
Hmm.
So I was just thinking that they spend lot of money and efforts. Lot. एक second. थोड़ा they were spending so much of money and efforts to conceive a child, but I was thinking if they even if they conceive a child after so much of efforts and money, what education in terms of moral education, what are they going to give if they set an example in front of the child? So
True.
I thought that just giving medicine and just giving treatment and just giving the child in their hand on matlab,
Yeah.
to them won't be the solution. I believe that society is what we create. So
Hmm.
I just got an opportunity to help the society to be better through the primary thing, that is the family. If the
True.
family
Very
is
true.
great and if the family support is good and the family vibe is good, the society automatically will be good. So
Yes.
that is that opportunity I got, and um, during that time only I saw your ad, ma'am. I was searching for some for some guide, some mentorship. I was searching because it is something absolutely I can say nothing I know about it.
Hmm.
Baby just came out of the womb, not even in the, I'm just in the womb but with the desire in the womb.
Oh.
In my obstetric language, I was just in the womb with the dream. But
Hmm.
to come out in the actual world of being an author, it was completely new. So I got an I saw the ad um, about you, ma'am, and I felt I got the vibes, and I started. I thought कि ठीक है करते हैं, ट्राई करते हैं, नहीं तो नहीं होगा.
Hmm. Hmm.
बट ये थॉट के साथ आई स्टार्टेड दैट, करते करते हुआ तो हुआ, नहीं तो नहीं हुआ.
Yes.
But while I was in the journey, your task was very nice, ma'am. It was not very hectic. It was not very slow. It
Yeah.
was absolutely the pace I required. दो एट द एंड वो क्लाइमेक्स होता है ना मूवी का, एकदम फास्ट
Yes.
फास्ट होता है. ओ माय
Yes.
गॉड, आई कैन नॉट टेल यू मैम हाउ आई स्नैच टाइम आउट ऑफ माय बिजी शेड्यूल. आई यूज टू गेट अप एट 4 o'clock, write for 2 to 3 hours, and again sleep for 15 minutes to get that energy nap, and then
Huh.
I had to go to work. Similarly in the night also, in between day also, थोड़ा सा टाइम मिल गया, थोड़ा सा कुछ कर लो, थोड़ा सा because it is not just about mechanical thing. You have to give your
Yes.
thoughts and emotions also, and
True.
for that you have to get attached to the topic, and
Yes.
for attachment you need to invest that time and energy to it.
True. Very true.
So it was challenging for me, but it was an amazing journey, and all because of you. And most importantly, ma'am, your energy was so positive and so relaxing and so motivating. All at the मतलब होता है ना, few people are motivating but very aggressive, but few people are soft but very slow. But your was the perfect combination of the pace, speed, and positivity, everything. So you are an inspiration, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Tina. So I would love to read this book because I see that it is very interesting. And the cases you would have covered, you would like to share any particular case that you covered in this book?
Yes, yes. Few of the cases were there. Actually, basically, ma'am, in my own personal relationship, in my own love relationship, I had faced many issues. And I knew that everything was in my head. All the solution to the every problem was in my head. And
True.
once I corrected the mental, mind, everything went smooth. But when I saw the young couples in my clinic, of fighting for some silly things, so I understood that I am not the only one who is facing this mental issues, who was facing this mental issues, which was affecting her married life or her personal life. It was very common.
Hmm.
So I realized, I earlier, ma'am, I wanted to focus only on the infertility patient. But then I soon realized in my surrounding, everyone had the same issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone, everyone liked to mock about each other's husband, to jokes on each other. मतलब it in kind of in the way of humor also, but it gives a slight halka sa hint that something is not
Hmm.
right.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
there are not single, there are many experiences from my own personal life, because I am a high temper girl. I am not well at controlling my temper.
Hmm.
On the other hand, my husband is quite well controlled, well tempered, controlled person. So I had faced a lot of problems in my own love relationship, and correcting them had uh, mm, matlab, what to say, improve the relationship not only with my husband in my marriage, but also in my career as well.
Hmm.
And it
Hmm.
was very small things. What happens is, na ma'am, we focus on the bigger things.
Yeah.
कि
Yes.
ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, but the solution are in the smaller things.
Yes.
We know, don't notify these, we want someone to notify this also कि यार ये
Yes.
छोटी सी बात है,
हाँ,
कोई बड़ी
बिल्कुल.
बात
हाँ, हाँ.
नहीं. The book is all about the small things, every
Hmm.
small thing.
Yeah.
This book is not about giving you a big things. No, no, no. ना बड़ी बड़ी चीजों का नहीं है. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें है, that which you also know is embedded in your own thoughts, but you need some extra nudge
Yes.
to follow it, to go with your heart. And
True.
therefore it is not a book, it is a workbook.
Workbook. Yeah.
It is a workbook to create your own recipe. It is not my recipe, it is your own recipe, the reader's recipe, to create and find love in their marriage. Because
Wow.
every individual is different. What worked for me will not work for you.
And
So
what
it is,
well said. you said really well that it's all about the small things. Okay?
Yes.
And especially in relationships, it's every time about the small things.
Yes.
And those small things become bigger things.
Yes, yes. So this relationship workbook is a recipe creator for a happy marriage for every individual. And therefore, this I would suggest my readers, I have mentioned in my book as well, to have a two separate copies for a husband and a wife, whatever, the two partners.
Mm-hmm.
Because love for me will be different. I would see love in a different way.
Yeah.
And for my husband, it will be different. For me,
True.
it will be more like a fighty thing also. No, जो भी मेरे को चलता है, it is fine for me. I'm loving that also. But maybe for the other person, it is not.
Yes, true.
So that perspective, for that perspective, it is a workbook for every individual in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
There is a space to write also your own goals, and also there is a section where are many sections, not single, many sections where you and your husband come together and write the goals.
Yeah.
It is together also as a team and an individual also. मतलब
True.
in marriage is all मतलब तुम्हारा at मतलब single unit में कैसे हो तुम, and as an individual how you are a player, दोनों भी, in
True.
a team player and an individual player. It is very important in a marriage, I
Yeah.
think.
Very true. Very true. So, I'm sure people who are watching this video right now, they would find this interesting. They would grab a copy. I'll be sharing the link here, people. You can go ahead and grab a copy. Now, what is your advice for wannabe authors, people, aspiring authors? Any advice?
Mhm. I would suggest whenever you want to be successful, first of all, think big. Think the biggest thing possible you can do. मतलब biggest goal, सबसे बड़ा goal क्या हो सकता है वो
Yeah.
सोचो.
Yes.
और अगर आप चाहते हो, if you want that goal to be successful and you want to achieve that goal, please divert the attention to giving rather than
Mhm.
receiving.
Yeah.
When you think that you are want to do this big goal for yourself, the chances are that you will feel um, demotivated or बहुत सारी problems आएंगे. But you want to achieve it for others, अपने आप चीजें अच्छी हो जाएगी.
Yes.
अपने आप. So I would suggest that aim for big and divert the direction of the positive energy while giving the giving energy.
Yeah.
Put giving energy into that
Great. So when you write a book, not for yourself, but
for the
what?
readers.
Yes, for the readers. Amazing. That's what I always tell.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So, what has been your biggest takeaways from India Authors Academy courses?
First of all, you.
Okay.
Your
Thank you.
attitude is the best attitude, ma'am. मतलब spending, मतलब hearing, मतलब just listening to you, talking to, seeing you speak, that only transferred and transmitted that positive energy to me, ma'am. And that energy is such. I'm genuinely, I'm telling you, as a person to person, I'm telling you, ma'am. Your energy is soft. It is calm. It is relaxed. I don't know how you manage it, but it is fast paced also. It is not slow. It is fast
Mhm.
paced also.
Yeah.
All is a combination, amazing combination.
Thank you.
मतलब मतलब ऐसा होता है ना, वी नो एवरीथिंग, हाँ हाँ ये करना है वो करना है ये करना है मतलब सब कुछ पता है, टिक 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 सब कुछ पता है. बट वो जो उसमें एनर्जी डालना पड़ता है ना, अगर आप उसको बहुत अग्रेसिव एनर्जी डालोगे तो यू विल नॉट बी सेटिस्फाइड, यू विल नॉट एंजॉय इट.
Hmm.
बट अगर आपने बहुत स्लो दिया, आराम से कर रहे हो, तो पेस भी स्लो हो सकता है.
Yes. Yes.
तो आपकी वो एनर्जी तो माशाल्लाह है मैम.
Thank you.